Hello, welcome back. So I got some advanced tips and tricks for greenhouse on consoles, but also it does work on PC too. There's not much difference if I'm honest. So the first one then is going to be these rocks. You're going to find them in caves and also waterfalls, but you're also going to find in the caves a more vital little piece right here, and that's going to be obsidian. Now you can make some decent, you can make a spear like weapons, and also a nice little tool which is the obsidian axe. That's one of my favorite tools to have. I always have one of these handy. Another little tip is you can hold down to on the D-pad to automatically sort items. I think it's Y on PC, but also as you pick these up you can hit triangle and then you can rotate them. So this works with whole stacks as well. You can just push triangle and rotate it round to fit your needs. But like I say, holding down on the D-pad does sort everything pretty well. If you want to hit a large log, it will give you 2 long sticks and also a plank. So that's how you would find your planks. But also if you want to carry a lot of items, you can hit your crafting wheel and then just chuck everything onto this. It doesn't really carry big logs or rope, but you can just harvest the big logs for more sticks. And this works really well if you are crafting the campfire or the stone ring for your fire. You can just carry a lot of those big stones, because normally you can only carry one at a time. So this is a really good trick for carrying a load of those stones. And also if you hold L2, or I think it's the right click on the mouse button, then you can turn and look around whilst doing this. So that is massive tips right there. If you are having trouble lighting a fire in the rain, maybe you don't have cover for your fire just yet, what you want to do is what I'm going to show you right now. So if you're starving hungry but you need to light a fire and you don't have cover for it, just light your fire and then make sure you sleep at a hut. And then what this will do, you want to wait 2 hours for it to cook. Don't leave it too much longer because it will burn your meat, but 2 hours should be enough to cook it. And also the fire won't go out if you're asleep. So that is an awesome tip right there. Enjoy your food. So another tip, don't let your fire burn out. You can use your flask to put it out. That way you don't have to go round and waste sticks and waste time and also resources building another fire. You can just do that. Another great tip then, if you really tired, like you're shattered and gonna collapse, you can quickly hit sleep from the main menu bit there, the crafting wheel or whatever it's called, but you only sleep for like an hour each time, and that way you don't get a worm. Walking around is better than running around, because if you're sprinting you will automatically get attacked by stuff like this and snakes will catch you off guard, where if you walk you will hear most dangers and be able to avoid them. These trees are great for resources. They have rope on them, and these excellent blue mushrooms are good for energy, but they have another awesome thing, and they drop at least, or shall I say the maximum amount I found is 2 Brazil nuts. Now these Brazil nuts are amazing because they don't spoil, so you can just hold onto them and just harvest them whenever you want. So they won't spoil until you harvest it. So let's just harvest this now and I'll show you what it contains. You will have a little nut bowl, and then that will be able to be used to craft a fishing rod, but also it contains 3 nuts you can eat, and they contain 35 fats each, 2 protein and 1 carb, which is pretty decent. So another thing that don't spoil is water lilies, and also I've got one right here is the parrot body. So as long as you don't harvest this it won't spoil as well, but water lilies don't spoil until obviously you've eaten them. Then they will spoil in your stomach. If you want to get nice little headshots like this whilst aiming your bow, you can hit R3 to steady your aim, giving you a perfect little headshot. When harvesting stuff, if you're not too close to the water, you will get you will get dirty while harvesting, but if you're not too close to the water, make sure it's raining, and that way the rain will wash off any dirt. As you can see in the bottom left, that dirty icon is getting less and less. So use the rain to your advantage, not just drinking. The tortoise shell or the large pot will give you 2 sips, so that does include water obviously, but also it contains soups and they will give you 2 sips as well. So I normally carry around the small coconut shell because that's just a 1 sip item, and it's also a lot smaller, but the tortoise shells I like to leave them at camp because they obviously are bigger and they're a 2 sip item. So I'll show you right now. We've got 2 parrot meat, I'll chuck 1 in each just to show you. So we'll chuck 1 in the tortoise shell and then 1 in the coconut shell. Now once these are cooked, you will find out I can have 2 sips in my tortoise shell and 1 in the coconut shell. So I've got double the amount of proteins, hydration and energy right there. So use them to your advantage. At around day 20 or so, you will come into like a drought season where you have no rain for a while. So I would advise building next to rivers and water sources. But also what you want to do is you can craft these water filters also, and water collectors, and the mud water filter is really good too. So these will help you out when you come into the drought seasons. These leaves are good for bandages, but if you're not crafting bandages, then you want to harvest them. They will give you fibre, and that is excellent to carry around because you're always going to need to light a fire. These are some items I always carry around with me no matter what. I always carry a bow for ranged attacks, a spear for close range attacks, an axe, preferably obsidian one. The 4th item, it can be a stone blade or like another spear, and the bone knife up here because the bone knife or obsidian knives last almost forever. Carry some small sticks, also some stones to get down the coconuts. A coconut bowl is handy, always carried one of them with you. And also I carry some feathers, some extra feathers, and like I say, some small sticks to carry so you can craft some arrows. Always carry some bandages, so I've made a playlist on bandages, or a bandage guide in my playlist should I say. Check that out. A bidon or the metal bidon is actually better, but if not, make do with a coconut one. And just some food, but don't carry too much food to encumber yourself. Make sure you eat what you need as you go, but some spare food doesn't go amiss. A couple more decent items then is the hand drill. Always carry a hand drill, or the tribal fire starter is the best, and some fibre or dry leaf to get the fire started. And with those items you can't go wrong. So thanks for watching my tips and tricks. If there's any more, write them in the comments and let me know your favourite ones. Did you know all of these tips and tricks? Drop a like, comment below, it really helps the channel. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.